In this question, we're asked to find the name or the symbol of several elements on the periodic table. And there's a couple things that is important to note here, and then I'll go through a few of these. First of all, you're going to need a periodic table. On ALEKS, you can automatically pull up a periodic table from the listing over here on this side of the problem. Here I've pasted in a picture of a periodic table that I found on the internet. If you don't have access to this, you should have access to ALEKS if you're doing the ALEKS problem, but if for some reason you don't, you can just find any periodic table, print it out, or just use it on your computer screen. A couple things to know about elements. First of all, some elements have one letter symbols and other elements have two letter symbols. It's really important that if it's a two-letter symbol, the first letter is capitalized and the second letter is small. To give you an example, we could have COS. This is a cobalt and a sulfur. Or we could have COS, a carbon and oxygen and a sulfur. So whether or not this O is big or small, capital or not, determines two different compounds, a cobalt and a sulfur, or a carbon and oxygen and a sulfur. So it's important that we put the symbols, if we mean a two-letter symbol, capital, then a small letter, like in the case of cobalt. So in this case, we're going to just go through and do a few of these examples using a periodic table. So here, hydrogen is H. Ca is calcium. I should point out that chemical names are not proper names, so probably this C shouldn't be big. It should just be a small c. It's not like your name where you capitalize it. Chemical names do not get capitalized. In this case, we have sulfur, which is S, iodine, which is I, copper, which is Cu, and manganese, which is Mn. At first, if this is your first time in a long time, or even ever, using a periodic table, you are going to have to hunt through these things a little bit, and I do recommend getting a periodic table like this one. It's hard to see, but this actually has the names on it. And you will have to hunt a little bit. For example, manganese is here. But as you work your way through this course, and possibly other chemistry courses, the elements and where they are will become much more familiar to you, and you'll spend less time hunting for them.